Yes, guys, here in the yard of St. John Parish Church, overlooking the east coast in a southeasterly direction towards the Bath Beach, which is on the east coast as well, southeast. And you can see the former cable and wireless earth satellite station, which is at Bath in St. John. First of all, this is House Village down below here, and we can see across the Concept Bay, which is in St. John as well, a fishing village bordering St. John and St. Philip. It is in St. John, but it is close to St. Philip. The Forty School on that side, and it is in College Savannah, St. John. So I'm in the yard of St. John Parish Church. As I said before, St. John is the parish in which most of the white Barbadian population originated from. There were ancestors to persons from indentured servants from Scotland and Ireland, and they were placed in St. John. They were placed in St. John at Hackerton's Cliff, which is just beneath the other side of Hackerton's Cliff, because St. John Church is a part of Hackerton's Cliff. It was placed at the other end of Hackerton's Cliff, which is closest to St. John, between St. John and St. Joseph. And they were also placed at Zora's Land in Martins Bay, St. John. So I'll go in the church again and see if we can get some more organ music. St. John Parish Church is a very picturesque church and Gothic. And it is in the countryside in rural Barbados to the east of the island. It overlooks the east coast as well. St. John Parish Church, first erected in 1645, destroyed by fire and rebuilt in 1676, destroyed by hurricane and rededicated in 1836. St. John Parish Church, more Gothic, and these are some tombs under our feet. The sculpture depicting Madonna and Child with the infant St. John beneath her feet. And the history of it beneath here. Before I forget, let me go and show you guys the history of the church. St. John Parish Church, first erected in 1645, destroyed by fire. Destroyed by fire and rebuilt in 1676. Destroyed by hurricane and rededicated in 1836.
Over there as well?
Yeah. Yeah. Documented Barbados, right? Documented Barbados. Yeah. St. John excuse me, are you Mr. Forrest?
Yeah.
From James Street?
Well, I retired from James Street now.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
but
remember
you, I was trying to look at you. I thought you were not from there, Philip Greenwich.
no.
He's playing the organ at St. Cynthia's.
I used to go to church there, but I don't know.
But he looks like you. So I said, man, that's Philip. He is nice to me. Yeah.
Yeah. But I'm a fan of organ music.
Huh?
I'm in love with organ music. So back inside of St. John's Parish Church. So this is the pulpit that is made from 6 different types of wood. Here. This is the chancel where the choir sits. And this plaque here is in memory of Reverend William Leslie, the first rector of St. John's from 1653 to 1676. First rector and grandson of 5th Laird of Kincraggy. So he has many ancestors in Barbados. And great grandson by his grandmother of John Leslie, 8th Baron of Balcony. Another rector, Alvin E. Simmons, rector of St. John from 1951 to 1962. He was a diligent priest. Dudley Moore, rector of St. John from 1943 to 1950. He was the one who christened Professor Henry Fraser. Canon and Woodin, a faithful and wise steward. So these are all priests who serve St. John Parish Church. Pipe work, speaker system, sound system has been.
No, be careful.
So this plaque is in memory of Robert Stewart Fraser, who was born the 15th of October 1903. First of all, these are the parents of Professor Henry Fraser, who was a lecturer at university and also a doctor of heart surgery. Robert Stewart Fraser, born the 15th of October 1903, and by the 6th of April 1993, was the parochial treasurer of this parish from 1944 to 1959, and his wife Lorraine Mitchinson Fraser, born the 17th of July 1980, and by the 26th of October 1980, who was mistress of this parish from 1941 to 1960. His family, as usual, Catherine Charlotte Haynes, Arthur Percy Haynes, and Helen Margaret Threadgold. Again, I will take a walk through this churchyard. Taking down to Clifton Hall, St. John. First of all, this is Clifton Hall and Church View in St. John. First of all, we are looking into the Atlantic. St. John Parish Church sits on a cliff. It sits on Hackerton's Cliff. This is the upper part of Hackerton's Cliff. And we are overlooking the beautiful Scotland countryside, which is the hilliest part of the island over here, where we can see the East Coast, northeasterly that is. We can see Martin's Bay in St. John, which is northeasterly. And that is a fishing village as well. Martin's Bay, St. John. Come around to Newcastle and Glenburnie in St. John. And we can see St. Margaret's Church, which is named after Margaret Ann Haynes. So the Haynes family, as I said before, came from Worcester, England, and moved to Barbados. And they helped to build St. John Parish Church. Mount Tabor Moravian Church in St. John, which is to this other side of St. John here, was also built in memory of, was also built by the Haynes family. We can see Bathsheba and St. Joseph, a popular beach spot on the east coast of the island as well. Martin's Bay, Bathsheba is a popular beach spot with the famous rock formations in the sea. That is in St. Joseph on the east coast and all across the George River and Cattlewash. So right now we can see St. Andrew and St. Joseph to the east of the island, northeast. You can see all up in the hills of St. Andrew with Chalky Mount and the Barclays Park Beach, which is just below Chalky Mount. And next to Chalky Mount is the Sleeping Giant. The name sleeping giant came about because of its shape with the giant laying on its back with a leaf formation or something like that in its mouth. Or the East Coast. These are the binoculars for distant viewing. Put in $1 and you can get a good view of the East Coast. As I said before, St. John is the parish in which most of the white Barbadian population originated from. Such as Professor Henry Fraser who was a doctor and a heart surgeon. I guess he read his mother and father's memorial plaque in the church. The father was a parochial treasurer of this parish and the mother was a postmistress. Henry Fraser was born at Spooners in St. John. Also, Sir Kiffin Simpson, the guy who owns Simpson Motors. You can see a monkey below here. The guy who owns Simpson Motors in Warrens, which is the agent for Suzuki vehicles in Barbados. Sir Kiffin Simpson owns the Sol gas stations in Barbados and across the Caribbean as well. Sol stands for Simpson Oil Limited. Simpson is the agent for Suzuki vehicles. They also specialize in Isuzu, Chevrolet, Mitsubishi, and Mercedes-Benz vehicles. Sir Kiffin Simpson is from St. John. He's another white Barbadian, as well as the Goddards. The Goddards are owns the Courtesy Garage. Courtesy Garage is in Wildy. They are the agents for Nissan and Hyundai vehicles in Barbados. They are also from St. John. They also Goddards own the ice cream factory, Baiko, and they own Purity Bakeries as well. They are all from St. John, as well as the last but by no means least, I forgot to mention Holmes Williams, Pastor Emeritus Holmes Williams of the People's Cathedral. He was also a white Barbadian from St. John, who formed the People's Cathedral. This is a Pentecostal church at the top of Bishop Court Hill at Collimarock. He is a white Barbadian from St. John, as well as, last but no means least, Charles Ophni Williams, who we refer to in Barbados as Cole Williams. He is from St. John as well, and he is a white Barbadian national. Cole Williams and his brother Ralph Busy Williams. I thought that Cole Williams would have been buried in this churchyard, but apparently he is buried to the other side of the road in the church cemetery, which is also belong to this church. So, yeah, Cole Williams has a lot of businesses in Barbados. The C.O. Williams Construction Company, whose aim is remove the earth to please, and Sir Charles Ophni Williams, also known as Cole Williams, did just that, move the earth to please. Sir Charles Ophni Williams was responsible for the Warrens area, making it into what it is today, a business and commercial hub. And he was also, Sir Charles was also a golf and a polo man. He had a lot of polo fields in Barbados. And his brother Ralph Busy Williams owns the BRC. That whole complex in St. Thomas coming up by Leicester School of Porch and Shop Hill is his. They are two well-known entrepreneurs, white Barbadians from St. John. So yeah, this is the grave now for the Mears family. Who came from England. Their name was originally Myers, M-Y-E-R-S. And it later became Mears. I'm a part of the Mears family, by the way. Some of my Mears family come from St. John as well. The Esprit tomb. Looking down to the church view. You can hear the rolling of the bus. The yellow bus. That is the Clifton Hall Martins Bay bus. So this is Church View, just below Clifton Hall. The name Church View came about because from here, you can look right down here into the view, down here. The view is just below the church, so that's why it's referred to as Church View. This is the grave of Samuel Lewis Mears, born 1834 and died in 1922. By grace are ye saved through faith, and that not of yourselves. It is the gift of God. Samuel Lewis Mears is also related to Professor Henry Fraser, who was just mentioned throughout the video. By grace are ye saved through faith, and that not of yourselves. It is a gift of God. So a lot of the Mears, white Mearses from St. John, are related to me by my mother's side, from my grandfather's side, which is my mother's father. My mother is a Mears. My aunt, one of my aunts and two uncles are Mearses. And my grandfather was a Mears from St. Joseph. But the Mearses have a St. Joseph and St. John and St. Thomas Mearses supposed to be connected. The tombs, the map showing you the tombs in the churchyard. I always come to this one after I come from the map. This is the grave of Iris Banachie, who was the founder of Andromeda Gardens, Andromeda Botanical Gardens, which is in Bathsheba, just on the east coast above Bathsheba, heading out of Bathsheba. And granddaughter Ivory Branch Bradshaw, née McConney, who died the 30th of August 1974 at the age of 91 years. And her daughter Iris Branch Banachie, Silver Crown of Merit, who died the 2nd of September 1988 at the age of 73 years. You can hear the lovely organ music. That is a new organ out there testing out now that has been replaced the old one they had. This is the chase and Skinner tomb, which is known as the colored tomb. This is the colored section, the colored area where the colored people are buried. So as I said before, they don't bury people in this churchyard unless it is a by grave. In memory of Ethan Gollop, born 1905 and died in 1996. He was the grandfather of Sir Fred Gollop and also Sir Fred Gollop and also Ralph Thorne, who is current leader of the opposition. Ralph Thorne has family from St. John. He has family from St. John. His daughter Tony Thorne used to live in small town area in St. John. The grave of Ivan Wilfred Weeks. His wife Ursula Winifred Ursula Weeks. Beautiful St. John. The grave of Trevor Delay Davis, which Trevor's Way, that little section there between the fisheries division going down to the port, passing the Princess Alice bus terminal to the northwestern side of town. Out of town heading towards the seaport, the Bridgetown Port and Deepwater Harbour. That little area is known as Trevor's Bay, but it is named after Trevor Delay Davis, who was born the 6th of August 1931 and died the 14th of July 1973 in a motor accident at Borded Hall, which borders St. George and Christchurch. For those who don't know, Borded Hall is on the border of the two parishes, St. Michael and Christchurch. The above section, heading back to Fair Pilgrim, that side, is Christchurch, and the below section by the roundabout, where the roundabout is now, the below section heading back to Carmichael, and that side is St. George. So, Back to the Haynes family. I gave a description, I gave a detail about the Haynes family just now, who were from Worcester, England, but they later moved to Barbados and they had a lot of land in Barbados. They were responsible for the building of St. John's Parish Church. They laid the foundation for Mount Tabor Moravian Church in the same parish in 1843, and they laid on St. Margaret's Church, which is the sister church, the chapel to St. John Parish Church, was also named after Margaret Haynes, which was built in 1863. The grave here, these are all plantation owners. Clarence Farrell Haynes of Clifton Hall Plantation, born the 23rd of October 1870. On my birthday, I was born the 23rd of October, and he died the 23rd of November 1964. And Gwendolyn Lyle Haynes, wife of Clarence Farrell Haynes, born the 24th of September 1878, and died the 17th of December 1967. William Lyle Haynes of Clifton Hall, born 1903 and died in 1976. William Lyle Haynes of Clifton Hall Plantation. And his wife Aileen Doreen Alice Manning, born 1909 and died in 1983. In loving memory of Mary Elizabeth Haynes, born Timberley Lodge, Yorkshire, England, on the 4th of May 1863, and died in Bissett's Hill, St. Joseph, Barbados, British West Indies, on the 10th of November 1948. Emily Lyle Haynes, born at Guinea Plantation in St. John, Barbados, on the 13th of February 1861, died at Bissett's Hill in St. Joseph on the 7th of October 1965. So this is the Haynes family grave. So tourists come to this church daily to pay a visit. Daily, these tourists visit this church. As I just said before, the graves in this churchyard date back to the early 16th, the mid 17th century. The graves date back to the 1600s. This is the sundial here. And last but by no means least, the last view, I said last but by no means least, but I left out one thing, the Prime Minister's grave. This is looking southeasterly now to Bath Beach in St. John. Bath, down here, Bath Beach, which is on the east coast as well, southeasterly. You can see all down to the former cable and wireless Earth satellite station, and we can see across the Concept Bay in St. John, all southeasterly, all the east coast. Concept Bay is in St. John, close to St. Philip. That part of St. John is closest to St. Philip, with Fortescue and that area. St. Philip is southeast. You can see all the College Savannah. St. Mark's Church is in St. John. That gives awesome views of the east coast as well. And you can see across the St. Philip with the East Point Lighthouse, known as the Ragged Point Lighthouse. And this is Pot House Village down below here. So, only certain people get buried here. They won't find the average person get buried here. They will get buried 400 meters away from the church, in the church cemetery. The grave, no last but by no means least, the grave of our 6th Prime Minister, David John Howard Thompson, Queen's Counsel and Member of Parliament, born the 25th of December 1961 and died on the 23rd of October 2010. David Thompson was born, he is the only colored person born that is buried in this section. David Thompson was born in England to Barbadian parents, mother and father. Mother was a white woman and his father was a black man, both Barbadian. He was a member of the Democratic Labour Party from 1987. I forgot to mention in my previous vlog that the Prime Minister, St. John is the parish that brought out 2 best Prime Ministers, and they were from the Democratic Labour Party. Not to being political, so don't get me wrong, but Barrow is the one who did a lot for Barbados. He's the one who led us into independence on the on the 30th of November 1966. The ceremony was held at the garrison Savannah. Barbados was the parliamentary representative for St. John. And also, he made 4 roads, which is to the lower end of St. John, into like a mini town with fire station. They had a bank there. The Barclays Bank was there years ago. David Thompson, when he died in 2010, in 2011, January, they had a by-election, and his wife was also elected to serve the people of St. John, Mara Thompson, from 2013 to 2018. So we end at this magnificent view again at Pothouse Village, St. John. Thanks for watching now, and have a blessed evening.